Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And if you're new here, a big welcome to you. On this channel, I talk about my life in Paris. Currently, I'm in this in-between stage in my life where I have completed my master's studies and I am looking for opportunities to get a full-time role. And I share about my post-internship life, my struggles, my happy moments, my achievements, what I am doing currently to upskill myself, or just about the highs and lows of living abroad away from family. I share all of it, so if you're interested in such kind of stories, do follow along and let's get this video started with. So as I mentioned that I'm in that in-between phase in my life, which is a bit tricky because you don't know when the next opportunity comes up, and probably also when will I be able to go back home to my loved ones for a vacation, and I don't know any of it, so there's a lot of uncertainty going on. So I've been getting this a lot from my friends back home, my family, and even my friends here, that what is it that I do to keep myself motivated during this phase of life. That is exactly what I'm going to share with you, what I do to stay motivated in general, and especially helpful during this time. This is not to say that I don't have my dull moments. Like any other human being, I do as well, but usually I try to stay optimistic as much as I can, and that is the single most thing that has helped me, sustain through any bad moments in my life, and just overall having a very positive attitude to start with, like looking forward to the good things ahead, because life is filled with bad and good, and there will be obviously good moments, the things that you dream of that can come true. But again, this positivity is not just something empty, but it's also fueled by the amount of hard work that I would put into achieving something and waiting for the results to kind of pan out for me, because I have put in the effort, so I believe in that effort. And I think this is where I get that positive attitude, by doing it, by doing things, by putting in the effort. That is the first thing that keeps me motivated, for sure, 100%. And it's easier said than done, definitely. It's just a practice that I have for a very long time. It comes naturally to me that way. Now, this phase of my life currently can feel like a lot of waiting, because you don't know what's coming ahead for you, where you will be, in the next few months. I don't even know if I'll be in Paris or not. I think it's very important, which I thankfully realized a lot earlier, that during this waiting period, it's really important for you to take steps for your future intentionally. So really plan out. Of course, you can't plan out everything, the small things. It is prone to changes and it will happen, but majority have an idea of what you're doing daily in your life to just keep you activated and kind of stimulated in your mind, so that you don't kind of laze back or start to feel depressed because of this waiting period and uncertainty. I tend to take up a lot of small projects, like creative projects, because I'm a creative person and I literally thrive on that, and I need some work to do, adrenaline and creative juices to flow almost all the time. For example, making my creative portfolio could be something, or taking part in creative competitions, because I worked in the advertising industry for 6 months in my internship, and that's where I really got into advertising, and I wanted to continue in this field, and that's what I'm looking to do job in as well, if I get it. I try to be involved as much as possible in volunteering, for example, just going to events, meeting creative people. So these are all tiny initiatives that I'm taking, and I feel like somewhere down the line it will all add up to my skill sets of being whole and being ready for the professional industry that I'm going to be part of. Even building my own creator community, which by the way you should totally check out, and if you want to be part, comment below. Some of the initiatives that I undertake are also part-times, so if it's a paid gig that you're doing alongside keeping you busy, then that's for the best. So all of this I do to just keep myself moving. Some days could also look like me learning a new skill, and it gets also easier if you learn it with a bunch of people, a community, and that is exactly why I intend on building this creator community where I will have creative friends or just people in creative fields who want to upskill themselves and also learn the same kind of skills that I want to have, and as a whole it just becomes a smoother process, to learn with others. And who knows, it could land to different opportunities. The more you meet people, the more you know. And that is what I have realized in my 2 years living abroad by myself. And I think for you, if you have to stay motivated, it's not just the people that you are going to work with or you're going to learn from actively are the ones you should be hanging out to keep yourself really going. But definitely go out of your comfort zone and try meet your friends as well, the people that you haven't connected in a long time. Just have a good time with others. It really helps you see other reasons to be alive. I know it's like too deep probably, but it really is. Sometimes we just forget to live between all this chaos of finding a job, having the right salary and whatnot, and we just miss out on the beautiful things that life has to offer, like our friends and family who we need to catch up on because there's never enough time spent with them. So, just that, doing that also helps me really look forward to what's ahead so that when I get that something that I am waiting for, I can cherish it with other people around me. And that seems very doable or easy, but we often miss out on that. Honestly, tell me if you relate to that just like me. The second thing that works well for me, at least, is on my content, like this video or my Instagram channel, where I try to post consistently, and I just treat it as my second job, something that I have to do because it is something serious for me. I want to grow as a content creator later on as well, and right now, and just putting in my efforts there. And these days I'm starting to see some results. I'm starting to understand what works for me and for my audience. And I just get a lot of motivation just from that, because it's not like I'm sitting empty. I am putting my focus and my efforts like to a purpose that I want to, achieve in my life, just to be able to spread the messages that I have in myself to the world. And that's just bigger than anything, I feel. You know, job and everything, to me, I feel like these are things that you need to do kind of to survive. So you will do it, you know, and I feel this is a thing that a lot of people need to hear, that you will do it because it's a thing that you have to do, like just like how you have to do homework and assignments of your college to get your grades, so you will do it eventually somehow or the other. But the bigger things, what is it that keeps you awake at night, those are the things, if you think about, you will go into that zone where you will be like, okay, I understand what my life's purpose is. And that is what I feel with my content or my other initiatives, something bigger than me that I have to put out in the world for some good. And I think that is the bigger picture that I look at, and simply put, that is what motivates me. So my content really keeps me going. But honestly, not to say that I don't take breaks and I'm always all about work. While that is 90% of me, but 10% of me obviously wants to like chill out and just kind of take breaks. And that is very important, I have realized, because I tend to push myself a lot in doing more. But in the past year, I have realized that there is a lot of beauty and clarity, most importantly, in taking rest and pausing, because that's what happened when I took my content break, which you can see in my other videos. I've talked about it. And I really understood my life's purpose better, kind of reflected a lot on what I have to offer, what I can do at the moment for that, So taking breaks is very essential for me. And just I look forward to the breaks when I'm working. I look forward to taking breaks, going out, and just hanging out with friends. And that is something that keeps me motivated, because like I get to chill. Tell me that isn't the biggest motivator. Like, you can finally rest and just see life pass by, and that is lovely. You need that downtime. So yeah, I do that too, to keep myself motivated. I look forward to my breaks, saying not so guilty, planning my breaks in a way. But sometimes I don't plan, and that's beautiful too. Like, example, planning some small escapes, a day trip or so, a picnic day out maybe, or just like taking breaks and having like these hobbies that you don't have to consider as work, or something that really lets you unwind. And I have like these spots in my mind, like food spots that I want to go, this particular restaurant that I want to try. So these are things that give me a reason to be, to not be sad and depressed in my room, in my comfort zone. You should definitely have your wishes and your wants, even though you have your bad time. Masti nahi rukni chahiye, downfall mein bhi. And to wrap it off, of course, having that positive mindset for the future, because you're looking forward to things. Like me, I'm looking forward to traveling or spending on the things that I will really enjoy, or shopping, buying something specific. Traveling, really, that is the biggest thing for me. One thing that I have learned last year, that I really do like to travel, solo travel in fact. So I'm looking forward to those times when I will have money to do that, like experiences that I know I will value later on. For example, for me, the biggest thing has to be going back home, meeting my family and friends, and just looking forward to the things that I will have once I have the thing that I'm waiting for. Like me, waiting to have a job so that I can have the time and money to do all those things after I secure a job. So for you, I'm sure there will be things that you want to do, right? So you need to just list them down and just look forward to it. I mean, life is not ending. Keep up your spirits. Everybody is on their own timeline, and I know, as much as we would like to rush things, it happens with time for the best. And patience is really the one thing that we all need to learn, and we'll get there eventually then, wherever we want to go. And I strongly believe that this phase in my life, the in between phase as I have named it, it's not just about, figuring out things. Of course, I'm doing it on the side. I will always have to figure out things in my life, just like you have to. It's also about living through this, because this is a time that I will look back years later and say that this is what made me the person I am. This is what made me stronger as a person. So I will definitely probably miss this time, kind of in a different way. I will always cherish this time. So it's also important to live through that moment that you're having, not just feel sad about it. Look forward to the future moment. If you want it, if you have it in you, if you really desire for something, it will happen. If you're an SRK fan, you know what dialogue is going to come up. क्योंकि my friends कहते हैं किसी चीज़ को अगर पूरी दिल से चाहो तो पूरी कायनात भी तुम्हें उसे मिलाने की कोशिश में लग जाती है. And the rest is history. So I urge you to live your life properly, fully, every moment, even if it's a down moment, because this is a story of your life which is worth sharing someday later on, and you will have a lot of fun telling it. Just like, even though I am in this phase, I'm having a lot of fun sharing it. And I know when I look back at these videos from like years later, I will be really happy. So yeah, that's all I had to say, Buck. But I hope you stay motivated in your downtime. If you are going through a phase just like me, come say hi in the comments, and I would love to connect with anybody going through such a moment of uncertainty. You better keep your hopes up. You got this. We are all in this together. Until next time, bye.